Breaking tonight, police now believe they have a killer in custody, saying that 22-year-old Laken Riley, a nursing student at the University of Georgia, was murdered by a 26-year-old who is not a citizen of the United States and very well might be from Venezuela. Let's bring in Polaris National Security Executive Director Gabriel Noronha, along with criminal defense attorney and federal litigator Vikas Bajaj. Thank you both for coming on. Vic, to you first. I want to put this up because University of Georgia police said this about the evidence. Watch, and I'll get your response.
The evidence is robust. It is supported by key input from the community, physical evidence, and expert police work. Importantly, we were assisted by video footage from our campus security cameras networks, which proven vital in many cases.
Feels like the evidence is robust. That's a good sign, Vic, because you go back to 2015 and the Kate Steinle case when she was allegedly killed by an illegal immigrant, and he was acquitted because California kind of messed up that case along the way. What do you think about the evidence, Vic?
Well, I think the evidence is very simple, and it leads to a very clear theory. This was a crime of passion, a criminally motivated, passionate crime where an individual could not control his lewd and lascivious desires. We heard the chief of police at University of Georgia talk about witness statements. He called it community input. He also talked about other evidence. We would call that camera footage and closed caption cameras there with that really robust, as he called it, surveillance system. It's an uncontrollable, dangerous individual, and the question everybody is now asking is, hey, this is not the last, God rest her soul and her family that has to go through it, but unfortunately we may be hearing about this again. Understand, Trace, in the criminal world, this is what we look at. Do you have connections to the community, a reason to be law-abiding? And if that component is missing, a crucial factor which could ensure the safety of our communities is no longer with us.
It's a very good point. And Gabriel, to you now, because the cops, see the video all the time, the cops beaten in Times Square, the moped, people being dragged, their wallets being stolen. These Venezuelan gangs, and we do not know that this person is a part of that, have been wreaking havoc across the country. But if this person is part of that and he's from Venezuela, it changes this whole border crisis narrative, really kind of flips it on its head.
Particularly about Venezuelan policy, too. About 350,000 Venezuelans came over the border last year, and only about 800 of them were actually deported. That's one of the lowest ratios for any country of origin that we've seen here, and it's part of President Biden's strategy towards Venezuela. He's given them sanctions relief. He's tried to increase flights to Venezuela without much cooperation from the regime. And so what we're seeing here is this pattern. I think a story earlier today in Chicago as well from Venezuelans attacking individuals on the subway. Americans aren't going to stand for it, and I think the president, as he heads into the election, is going to see a political price here, too.
He really is, Vic, and I got to go, and I want kind of a quick answer on this. Is this the biggest case that you've heard of since the Kate Steinle case almost 10 years ago, 9 years ago now?
Regarding these factors of immigration, undocumented individuals, and gratuitous violence, absolutely yes. And I hope and pray to God it's the last.
Yeah, to you, Gabriel, the same question. Very quickly, is it a big case? Is this a game changer as far as this whole debate goes?
This is, look, the system failed Laken, and it's going to fail someone else again if we don't stop this.
Vic, Gabriel, thank you both. We appreciate it.